What's up, TRP kids? It's been a while since our last video, so I wanted to check in, make sure you guys were okay, make sure you're not eating all of your parents' food, make sure you're not watching too much TV. I also wanted to show you something that I think is super cool. The Hebrew Bible. Woo! Now I wanted us to look at one Hebrew word today. And I wanted us to explore its meaning, and I also wanted to show you how to write it. So we've got a lot to do in this video, but I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit chilly. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna put on my sweatshirt. So you guys stay there and I'm gonna go grab my sweatshirt, okay? Stay there. Stay there. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm back. Whew, that feels a little bit better. Okay, now let's dive in. You're gonna need a marker and some paper. Wait a second. My sweatshirt is green, and we're recording against a green screen, so that might mean that all you can see is my head. Ah, that's crazy! And my hands, hey! Maybe my zipper too, I'm not sure. Hold on, I gotta remedy this, okay? So let's just hold on, you stay there. Okay, that's better. Now you can see my torso, which I think is helpful. Okay, now, Hebrew. The word I want us to think about today is Hesed. I don't know if you saw that, but a huge spit bubble just came right out of my mouth. And that's because the first letter of this word is called Chet. Now, I want you to practice this at home. I've got a mug here of water. Now, if you like milk, milk is much better, but it helps you to pronounce this sound. So let me take a sip. That's good. Now, if you want to pronounce this word correctly, you get way back in your throat and you say Hesed. Hesed. You try so I don't look ridiculous just on a video by myself. Hesed. Milk works really good because it gets the phlegm going. Now this word, it can mean a couple of different things. What most English Bible translators do with this word is they say steadfast love, loving kindness. It's something that happens continually. But really this is a commitment word. You guys know what commitment means? It means that you stick it out with someone regardless of what's going on. In fact, with this word, it implies that you're committing yourself to someone when you might not really have a reason to, and you don't have an obligation to do it. It's not your job to be committed to them, but it's something that you choose to do, and you are faithful and you are committed. And you show that by how you act. The things that you do show your chesed. Now let me show you how to write this word. Now I'm going to get on my paper here. And the first thing you need to know is that Hebrew actually moves from right to left. English is different. When we write words, we start on this side of the paper, like my name is Josh. So my words go this way, but Hebrew is different. So this is how it works. The first letter, as I said, is called a chet. And what I want you to do is draw like a backwards lowercase r to start. That's not the whole letter, but just to start. And then you take another line and you draw it down. And make sure you connect these two. They have to be connected, or this will be a different letter. Just to confuse you further, this is a Hebrew letter called Hey. This is a Hebrew letter called Chet. Now, we don't care about this so much. So we have our Chet here, and now we're going to do a samach. Samachs are weird. So you start like this, then you curve it down, you curve it around, you curve it up, and then you don't connect it. You bring it in a little bit. So you've got this little tail. Hebrew letters like to have tails to differentiate different letters. So we have our chet, we have our samech, and now we're going to do what is called a dalet. You make a line at the top, and then you move in a little bit so you have a tail again, and then you bring another line down to the bottom. This is the consonants for the Hebrew word Hesed. Now, if you want to get super fancy and you want to put the vowels in, vowels came later in the Hebrew writing system, but it looks like this. It's kind of like bowling pins. The first 3 bowling pins you're going to put under the chet and the samech. And remember, we're reading this way, so we pronounce the word d, chesed. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this word is because it shows up a lot in the Old Testament. And in one psalm in particular, I think it has some really powerful meaning for us. It's Psalm 136, and it starts like this. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His chesed lasts forever, or his acts of faithfulness, his acts of commitment, the things that he does to show that he loves his people, those go on forever. They can't be stopped. In fact, throughout this entire psalm, the second half of each verse, it ends with, for his chesed lasts forever. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His chesed lasts forever. Give thanks to the God of gods, for his chesed lasts forever. Give thanks to the Lord of lords, for his chesed lasts forever. The psalmist, the person who wrote this poem, wants us just to be completely overtaken by the fact that the steadfast love of the Lord, it doesn't stop. His acts of faithfulness and commitment to us doesn't stop. Now, this is really important, because as you go about your life, you might have times when you feel like God is somewhere out there and God doesn't care. You might feel like you're not good enough, or you're not smart enough, or you're not cute enough, or you might have a day when your parents are upset with you and you might just think that nobody loves you anymore, which isn't true. There's lots of people that love you. And what this psalm is also telling us is God loves you, and God is committed to you, and God isn't going anywhere, and God will show his acts of faithfulness and commitment to you throughout your whole life. Now, that's really special. And I know that as you're sitting at home, you might be getting bored, and hopefully you might think about this crazy Hebrew word, chesed, and you might think about what it has to do with you. Namely, God is committed and God loves you.